Hello, my love. How are you doing today? I hope everything is wonderful. It is summertime over here, sunny and warm, and exactly how I want it to be. Exactly how I want it to be. So I have actually drawn two cards for you today. What's behind the doors? Even though you kind of already saw it. So the first door number one, is going to be, what is already with you? Alright, so what is already with you is telling you that you have everything you need. Everything that you were searching for is right in here, in here, in here. It's everywhere. It's within you. That which you perceive into your reality is something that you can already tap yourself into. If you haven't seen my video on abundance, you need to check that out, because that is where I explain exactly what goes on with abundance and everything else that you're trying to manifest, and how you should go about tapping into it, because it is already with you. What is already with you is here trying to tell you it's time for you to start making moves. And speaking of making moves, she feels, she knows is your second card in door number two, which basically says it's time for you to start listening to yourself. Listen to yourself. Tune into that being, that which you already are. Tune into what you are, what you want, and what this world is really here trying to tell you. Okay, not the society itself that is its own little box, and we're going to talk about that later on. I'm here to tell you that it's time for you to know with your instinct, with your being. Okay, become one with yourself. Time to start listening to your guides. Time to start listening to what you really want in this world. It is just as important as everything else around you. Stop telling yourself that you don't deserve it. Stop telling yourself that you can't have it, because you can. You quite literally need to allow yourself to know that you have that within you. And how do you do that? You listen to yourself. She feels. How does it feel? How's it gonna feel once you actually know that you are tapping into that? You're gonna know. That's exactly what it's gonna be like. That is how you perceive. That is how you manifest. You thus allow yourself to believe, to perceive, and to manifest it. You are an interconnected metaphysical being, which basically means that everything around you, you are connected to. Everything that you really want is so much more. So much more. You just have to allow yourself to have that. Stop allowing yourself to be tuned in to programmers that are going to limit you. Programmers. Let's talk about programmers today. So, from day one of popping out of your mom's womb, you have been programmed, even at this very moment. Okay, you're being programmed all the time by the entertainment around you. The TV and the movies, the news, your books, your articles, everything, the music itself, the activities that you do outside, your social groups, the people that you involve yourself with, the people that you're around all the time, understanding, empathizing, sympathizing, even blocking yourself off from people around you is something that you were programmed into. The society that you are in at this time is your biggest program. The social cues, the social morals. Yeah, every culture has, their own little, source that is so similar to everyone else. But really think about what is being built upon these social morals. It's all so different. It's all so varying. And we all want to divide ourselves from one another. Well, who's doing the conquering then? Think about that, okay? Think about your institutions as well. Your job, your schools, your religion as well. Even if you don't have a religion, that is a different kind of programming as well. The social conflicts that we deal with on a daily basis, that is some programming as well. Some of these things we should have already gotten rid of. These things that we should have already resolved when we had our wars back in the days, yet it still keeps coming in its own little cycle. Why is that? Are people just resentful because they have lost? Or are people resentful because they haven't gotten over it? Or are we just in a continuous cycle where we can't seem to resolve that one thing that everyone wants to, wipe their hands clean off of, knowing that the blood still stays on it? There's so many things in our world that programs us. And what I'm trying to say is that it is time for you to start realizing what you are consciously programming yourself to on a daily basis. A lot of people are talking about this, especially a lot of spiritualists like myself. We are going through a transition at this time, where the reason why we've got things like, studies shutting down and whatnot, is because it is forcing us to go within ourselves. These things that we have not been able to resolve for a very, very, very long time. Could have been in this life, the past lives, our, generation, our ancestral stuff. All of that is coming into light right now. And the reason why is because we are transitioning into a better mindset. But in order to do that, you have to allow yourself to understand the programs that which are influencing you. It is time for you to be the influencer. I don't give you my tarot cards in all of my videos just so that I could, give you a source of entertainment and guidance. I'm really trying to tell you it is time for you to start looking within yourself, knowing that you have all of these resources, to start breaking yourself from these cycles that you already want to get out of. What is stopping you now? It's just you. It is time for you to start changing your mindset. Speaking of mindset, why are we all so afraid of the dark? Not everyone, I can't really say everyone, because we're really shifting out of this mindset now, which is amazing. But being raised as a child, everyone wants to talk about things like the boogeyman coming after you once you go to bed, or just going down the really dark basement. And as we get older, we start to realize that we have a dark past. Whether or not it's like a physical thing or a very metaphorical event. But we have a dark past, we have a dark present, and thus we are dark and light. We are both of those. We are dark and light, we are unified. That is who we are. So if we are both dark and light all the time, why are we afraid of the dark? Stop being afraid of the dark side. We need the dark side as much as we need the light side. Just because something is dark doesn't mean that it's bad. Just because something is light doesn't mean that it's good. It is time for you to start understanding what it really means inside of you. We go through stages of dark and light so many times in our lifetime. It's just that a lot of people won't really recognize it as being so. And so what does the dark side have to do with any of this? Why is it that we are being told not to look into the dark? It's always, look at the light, it's the good, look at the light. It's because you were supposed to be looking at the very things that your world is telling you not to look at. Start questioning stuff. Start figuring out why it is that you should be in a certain box. Is that box really going to take you as far as you think it will? Will it? Question it. Why are there certain things in this world that we just can't sit down and think about? That we can't question, we can't say why without any fear of consequences? Our biggest culprit is religion in society. If you do something, if you think something, if you try to entertain something, you're going somewhere that you don't want to go to in your past life. And then your afterlife in itself is so much more rewarded than your physical world. Therefore, sometimes you have to struggle through certain things just so that you can have a much better afterlife? Why are we fantasizing our afterlife in the first place? Shouldn't our physical world, that thing that we are in right now with everyone else, shouldn't that be better than our afterlife? We're not going to talk about the afterlife right now, but I'm just going to leave you with that. It's just, start questioning people, start questioning yourself. Enter your dark parts of your reality, of your perception, of your internal self. It is time for you to really get through the dark in order for you to get through the light, that which you really want. How are you going to allow yourself to elevate yourself without needing to go through the hard work that you've got to get through? There's so many things that we need to encounter so that we can get to where we need to be. And if you're rejecting these parts of yourself that you really need, how are you going to get to where you truly want to be? Stop being miserable in yourself and start facing your demons, okay? All of this is programming, keeping you away from that very thing that's going to make you so much stronger, that's going to make you so much more independent, so much more whole in yourself. Understanding that you have so much power to you, by going into the other parts of you that the world is telling you not to go in? Come on, guys. There's so much in this world. So much in this world that you don't know about. Let me check my book really quick. I will be right back with you. I really said I'll be right back with you. That's funny. It's really time for you to start finding yourself in the darkest places, because it's not a bad thing. It's just another part of you. Okay? In order for you to get stronger, you have to allow yourself to encounter the things that are going to make you dark. Sometimes we have to hit our lowest points in order to understand how much strength we really have. How many times has it happened to you in your lifetime? You hit rock bottom, and everyone says, well, there's only one way to go from there. It's up. It really is. Now, what is that rock bottom? That rock bottom is the dark side of you. It doesn't always have to be bad. It's just an unknown realm. That's really it. You have to encounter the unknown in order for you to feel free enough. Deprogram yourself. Feel free enough to get to where you really want to be. Okay? All these programs around you are here trying to keep you dependent upon something. But just like the tarot card, the Tower, something that has been built without very strong structures within you is going to crumble. You're going to be vulnerable, and then you're going to figure out, I have nothing else to lose. Let me go for that thing that which I truly am. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That is such a strong quote. You know why? Because if it doesn't kill you, as in if you don't allow your programming to keep you down, to keep you stable in this little box, to keep you influenced by the things that are tearing you down, then you are just clawing your way out of it. You're crawling, you're fighting, and you become way bigger than you've ever been before. Yeah, we've got to go through some really dark places. It's not a bad thing at all. We are also light. We're dark, we're light. We're so much more. We are whole. We are our reality. We are interconnected metaphysical beings, okay? I'm going to put that in your brain. That is my program to you. We are interconnected metaphysical beings. You are so much more than you could ever imagine. How's that? There's your program. And what I'm trying to say is it's time for you to start allowing yourself to be in tuned, to tune in like the radio station, tune in to the programs that are going to help you to find yourself. That is your instincts, your guides, your true being. If you don't know how to do that, I've got plenty of resources to help you out. People are like, oh, what are tarot cards really good for? They're here to guide you. I do spiritual healing sessions as well. You wouldn't believe how many people I have helped with that. Check out my website, Nonnaheals.com. It will be in the details. But other than that, there's so many other people in this world who can help you in more ways than one. And that is what I'm here for as well. I'm not just a spiritual being. I am a metaphysical being, interconnected in more ways than one. You see what I did there? And that is what you have to do. Reprogram yourself to understand that you are not just on one wavelength. We are evolving ourselves to become a part of many, many more, okay? It's time to start reprogramming yourself. Stop being afraid of losing things, because it's time for you to start dropping those things that you know aren't serving you. You know it's not. Why are you attached to it? That is your programmed mind trying to tell you, well, you're still going to need this. You should still be attached to it. You don't need that. Get rid of it. Enter your dark side. Enter the unknown and see exactly how much you are going to gain from understanding that there is so much more than you currently have. You're amazing. You can tap into all of this, okay? Let me get my book. It's time for you to start making up your mind. Take control. Make up your mind. That is the very first step in order for you to start deprogramming yourself so that you can become what you want. Okay? Really question yourself. Are you sure you know what the dark is? Are you sure you really know what side you're on? Are you on your own side? Are you? Start asking questions. You're meant to experience so many things in this life. We are experiencing these all the time. It's just that you are not consciously aware of it. Start paying attention to the things that you think about. Start paying attention to the music that you listen to the TV shows that you have. If you are not really sure whether or not you're truly paying attention, look at our younger generations. Look at the generations behind you, after you. Because you can tell a lot about your society by the influence that not only you have brought on, but the society around you has brought. You know, so many people are so confused when they see the younger generations. They're just like, I don't really understand what's going on. Really pay attention. This is what our society is about at this time. Become flexible. Understand yourself and understand the worlds that we live in. It is time for you to start being the influencer. But in order to do that, you have to understand what is programming you. Reprogram yourself. That's it. You are a being of light. You are a being of dark. Accept it. You are whole in this. You are so many things in this world. And if you'd like to know more, you find me on Nonnaheals.com because I can help you. Don't allow your programs to consume you anymore. You are the consumer. Quite literally, indulging in what you already do in your society. That's why they call you consumers. However, you are paying for the programming. It is time for you to start investing in the programming that is really going to help you expand your mind and expand your being, and to let go of that which is holding you back and keeping you in a box. You're not meant to be in a box. You are meant to be powerful. You are powerful. Stop holding on to the idea that you don't deserve to be, that you are not, that you are stuck. You don't have to be. You just have to know yourself. Okay? If you need any help, become a tribe member on Patreon. All the links are going to be down below. I am here for you. There's so many beings out here for you. We are here moving and growing and evolving at the same time. You are not being left behind, but you do need to start working if you really do want change. All right? You are amazing. You're beautiful. You're fantastic. You are powerful. And you are an interconnected metaphysical being. And don't you ever forget that. Okay? I'm Nani. You guys have a wonderful day. Mwah.